In November 2008, a squad of 10 men paralyzed a financial capital of 18 million people. The planners at Lashkar-e-Taiba treated Mumbai like a military objective, executing a multi-year logistical sequence that mirrored a large-scale corporate deployment. Raw firepower alone could not bypass a sovereign nation's security apparatus. To breach Mumbai, LET needed flawless, ground-level intelligence. The deadliest phase of the 26/11 attacks began years before a single shot was fired, starting with a scouting mission disguised as a legitimate business expansion. Dawood Gilani, an asset with an American mother and Western features, allowed his handlers to bypass the traditional profile of a militant operative. After legally changing his name to David Coleman Headley and securing a U.S. passport, he partnered with a childhood friend to open a fake visa consultancy right in Mumbai's heart. This 3D data map traces Headley's movements between 2006 and 2008. He logged exact GPS coordinates for the Taj Hotel, CST Station, and Leopold Cafe. Scouting the coastline, he mapped Badwar Park, a 10-meter sand slope with immediate access to a fisherman's colony and taxis. By embedding himself within the city's commercial core through a fake consultancy, Headley obtained the ground-level data needed to map Mumbai's vulnerabilities from the inside. While Headley gathered data in India, LAT's leadership, led by Hafiz Saeed, focused on human resources, recruiting 32 young men from rural Pakistan. Deep in the mountains, these recruits underwent religious radicalization, physical conditioning, and repetitive drills in weapons assembly. The training culminated in the Daura-e-Khasa phase. Instructors forced the men on 60-hour mountain climbs without food, followed immediately by heavy combat drills to eliminate everyone but the strongest. Only 10 men survived the final selection. They were divided into 5 coordinated buddy pairs and drilled on the specific intelligence Headley had gathered in Mumbai. This months-long program was designed to produce operatives who would follow tactical orders with absolute precision, even under extreme physical duress. In late November 2008, the handlers prepared the operatives for infiltration, equipping them with Indian clothing, fake IDs, and sacred Hindu threads to mask their origins. To cross the Arabian Sea, they hijacked an Indian fishing vessel named the Kuber. They executed the crew, using the hijacked boat to move past the outer ring of coastal security. Approaching the city, they transferred to an inflatable speedboat and landed at the Badwar Park slope, where they immediately dispersed into local taxis. Their landing at Badwar Park demonstrated that careful scouting and precise timing can be just as lethal as raw firepower. At 9:30 p.m., the buddy pairs struck their pre-assigned targets simultaneously, overwhelming the city's emergency response. The gunmen were not acting independently. Every move they made was micromanaged via satellite phones by handlers entrenched in a control room in Pakistan. They monitored Indian television broadcasts to track police movements, beaming tactical updates back down to the gunmen inside the hotels. Inside the Taj Hotel, the terrorists set up a command center in room 520, where they used the internet to identify high-value hostages for potential government negotiations. A small hit squad maintained control over multiple sieges by outsourcing their tactical decision-making to a remote command center. While the terrorists moved without friction, the Indian defense response struggled to activate, despite earlier intelligence warnings of a maritime threat. Elite NSG commandos were delayed by 7 hours because their transport aircraft was stationed in Chandigarh. When they finally arrived, they were forced to clear the hotels without floor plans or blueprints. The critical break came from localized resistance. City police intercepted a hijacked vehicle and, despite being outgunned, managed to capture operative Ajmal Kasab alive. By the time security forces neutralized the final gunman on November 29th, the siege had claimed 176 lives. The architecture of 26/11 revealed that modern terrorism relies on the weaponization of bureaucracy, open borders, and everyday technology.